Hey guys, and welcome to yet another speed build. We're actually here for part 2 of Highgrove house. The interior is what we're doing today. If you haven't seen part 1, it will be linked in the top of the description box. And I'll also put a nice little eye in the top right hand corner that could take you straight there to part 1. Highly recommend it. Probably my favourite part. I know I shouldn't say this at the beginning of the other said part that goes with it, but the exterior is very much my favourite thing. If I could get away with just building shells all day long, I think I would now. But no, I can't. I literally can't do it. I can't just build shells. Can't leave stuff unfinished. So yeah, I'm here with part 2. This house is now fully finished because, well, hey, here's the video, and it's now up on my Tumblr, also up on the gallery. My gallery ID is hey_Harrie. I didn't actually look at how much this costs. Whoops. But it's expensive, let's put it that way. Yeah, so the link for the Tumblr post where you can download, and also it has the full list of custom content used. Heads up on the Felixander content, I've definitely used quite a few months, so I'm just going to suggest that you have all of his content. Yeah, I'm just going to suggest that I've definitely used the Georgian set, because this is the Georgian house. I've used, God, those walls come in the same month. I feel like we had the Georgian walls and the Rococo walls in the same month. I'm not too sure. But the blue, I did love the blue in here, to be quite honest, the blue room. Yes, I've used Rococo wallpaper in as well. I kind of loved the whole floral thing. To me, very much English countryside kind of vibe would be a floral wallpaper. I don't have anything like that really, so this was kind of the closest I could do. Let's say I made do with this gorgeous wallpaper. You know, there's worse things to make do with, but yeah, so maybe in the future we'll do a British AF set to add to this. But yeah, Rococo, Georgian, there's yeah, there's quite a few. I'd say there's definitely more than 4 different months worth of custom content in here by Felixander, so all. Then we also have my heritage collections, which are on my Tumblr. That's all. Don't worry, everything will all be linked from that one link in the description box, so I'm just rambling for rambling's sake at the moment. And I'm just gonna warn you now that this build does not have candles in it. I know. It's not really one of my builds if it doesn't have candles, but I did not put a ton of candles around the bath like I normally do. I restricted myself because I didn't think that royalty had candles around baths, okay? Held myself back, so there were no candles in this building. Well, apart from the ones in the chandelier, but they don't count, do they? No, that's fun. So yeah, heritage collections and Felixander. Oh, and Plumbob Tea Society for the barn doors. That is it. That is the CC required for this build. Again, linked in the description on the Tumblr post. If you're new here, all of my custom content builds, I list all of the CC. I don't actually list Felixander. I've never talked about this actually. I don't list individual pieces of Felixander content because his CC doesn't really is not released in sets, for example. They're kind of all work in progress and they don't all have the same theme. It's not the same as, I don't know, other creators released whole entire sets at once. Because he has to release stuff every month, it's kind of like a work in progress. So yeah, I'll just say, you know, it uses several different things. If you have those, you've probably got all of his custom content to have those 4 months or whatever. So yeah, that's why I don't list all of the Felixander content, because it's just pointless and I can't even tell what month it comes from, to be quite honest. So yeah, I normally just link and say have it all. But yeah, so this house. The interior of this is completely my imagination. I did some extensive research, of course, as you know, I said in the last part, on Highgrove house, and I've seen maybe a few interviews with Prince Charles sitting in this house. I think I saw like a room where it had like a red carpet and yellow curtains and stuff, and I was just like, yeah, no. Also, there's not a floor plan of this. There's not extensive interior pictures because, of course, this is a a member of the royal family's, the future king's house, so it's going to be kept private. They're not going to be made public, so this is all a figment of my imagination. We just did the best layout possible. Tiny kitchen, which I got to say, in these kind of builds, they normally do have a small kitchen. There wasn't a great emphasis on at this period to have these huge kitchens, so we've gone with a slightly small kitchen. It's got everything you need and everything, but we then have this like informal dining area here, along with all of the wine stores, you know, sorry, nectar stores. So this one's a little bit more relaxed, which it's got more of a like farmhouse vibe table there, and then the formal one is at the other side of the kitchen. And yeah, I enjoyed this whole layout. This downstairs, I really was really focused and managed to get this done really quickly, which I was just like, okay, you know, you're on a roll when time passes really quickly and you're just like, oh, I'm finished. So yeah, it's just, I've tried to not use too many French items in this, of course, but the tendency is I have more French content than I do Georgian content, well, custom content, and just general content indeed. So it always does tend to kind of lean towards always looking a little bit Frenchy. But we've tried to tone it down a little bit. We use the Rococo, but we've used it in like just white. And also I do get rid of that wallpaper there that is behind the fireplace. That is the Marie Antoinette like bedroom wallpaper from the Petit Trianon. Yeah. And it was just too much behind the fireplace. I felt like it was clashing with everything I was trying to put in here. I was still trying to make it look kind of British, even though I didn't really have British pieces. The Heritage collection, the first one that I did, used cats and dogs, and when I recolored those, they looked more British. But the second set is a little bit more Frenchy, I'd say. A little bit more than just typical Georgian, but still, I called it Heritage so that you didn't have a particular point in time to pin me down to. Anyway, I'm fussing with sofas galore in this room. It took a long while. It's a long room, and with these kind of long rooms, it's all about trying to divide it up so it doesn't look like a long room, and also finding things to put in there. I actually, just looking at this now, I'm like, why did I not put a chess table in this room? It would have been perfect. There is no chess table in this house. Foolish. I keep on doing this lately, looking at my builds and doing the voiceover and saying all the things I should have done. But the great thing about The Sims is you are not restricted to my bad choices. You can make better choices and you can put a chess table in yourself. This build, I don't think it's going to be too heavy on your computer. It wasn't heavy on mine, but I have a pretty powerful computer. But I didn't find it slow or anything. I normally can tell if a build is slower by just how long it takes for me to eyedrop something, an item, and for it to actually find the catalogue entry. I don't know, that seems to be like the barometer of how slow a build is. But yeah, it was great to do this. I'm happy with the colour scheme. I definitely wanted to go with something that wasn't so dark. Just from the few pictures I did see of the real house, I knew it was going to be a slightly lighter, more airy feel to it. So lots of whites here. We don't have any dark woods or anything. Definitely light flooring. The one thing I did struggle with was trying to pick this flooring. I normally do my wallpapers and my flooring choices before I decorate anything. I kind of already set the tone with those. I am not afraid to change them, which is what I did here behind the fireplace. I got rid of the wallpapers I'd chosen. But yeah, the flooring was, for me, I don't particularly like this floor, but it was just the right colour. The woods in the game, some of them are a little bit strange to me. They're like the longest they're like continuous and they don't have any breaks in the floorboards. And I'm like, there is no such floorboard in life that goes for that long that doesn't have a break in it. First of all, when you're laying a floorboard, you need breaks in them for expansion and contraction. For, you know, with heat, they expand, and in the cold, they contract. You need breaks in floorboards. So I don't get why there are none in this floor. I've just pointed this out now, and you're probably going to be triggered by seeing it, but I'm sorry, it's just not how real life works. Yeah, I would love more wooden floors in the game, and with just like I don't know what that word was, a wide range of colour choices would be great. So yeah, please. Look, every single video I just seem to moan and complain about more things that I want. But, you know, it fills time. What can I say? So this is the only bathroom I have put in, well, I have not put in here, I have shown in this build, because I literally copied and pasted these bathrooms. Well, not copied and pasted the whole bathroom, but the items, they all have different wallpapers and they're kind of like different colour tones sometimes. But essentially they all have the same items just because I thought it really, really worked. And a bathroom is a bathroom is a bathroom. Yeah. So yeah, I cut that up, but there is actually, oh, I should mention, there is 4 bedrooms and 5 bathrooms in this house. I was only going to have 3 bedrooms, and I managed to put in another bedroom on this level, which you're going to be seeing decorated next. We've got this very cute and cozy study. Blue again, I'm loving the light blue, the light green as well. Goes all the way up the hallway. The staircase, I wanted to do like a double staircase that went up, and then they had a huge, it's not an atrium. I don't know, but a huge, I can't remember what the word is. Oh no. Basically, yeah, so that you could see down to all the levels. And I had to make the staircase a little bit smaller. Otherwise, all of the rooms in the house would be way too small. They'd just be really narrow. And at the moment, they're kind of like the perfect size. Not too small, not too big. But yeah, this is the first kind of guest bedroom there is here. So there isn't a ensuite or anything for this, but there is a sitting room. I think all of the bedrooms have a sitting area in the bedroom as well. This one I think has a TV, but you've got everything you need in here for all of the guests. There aren't any kids' bedrooms in this house, but there is like a double room with 2 single beds in it. But yeah, I'd be interested to know if when you actually use these builds and download them, if you put families in them. Do you put families, or do you just have very wealthy single people? Do you have like a couple in here? What happens when you get a child? I would love to know. I think maybe that's one of the areas we're very much lacking. There isn't, I think anyone's done, you know, CC or anything for kids with this kind of vibe. I don't think so. I don't know if it's something I would ever do either. So catch 22, I suppose. But yeah, I'm really happy with this room. I think this is actually my favourite bedroom in the whole house. I actually prefer this over the master bedroom. I struggled so hard with the master bedroom. You have no idea. And what you see in this video is not how it ends up. I actually end up stopping recording and then figuring out exactly how to correct it and make it look good. So yeah, this one is my favorite. I really, really do enjoy the the carpet there that was on the floor. It's my favorite carpet. It comes with vampire pack, and it just doesn't have enough colors in it, to be quite honest. I really love that color. I think it comes in like a white, but it's a weird motif white, and I've used the blue, but otherwise it comes in like black and purple, and I'm just, is the whole vampire vibe. I'm just not a fan. Also, carpets in the game are awful. That is the only carpet I think I would ever use. There's like a swirl kind of carpet, but it just looks a bit dingy. I don't know what the issue is with carpets. Maybe it's a little bit difficult for people to for them to be added into the game, and if they don't ever kind of look right, if they don't fit in with the aesthetic. I'm not too sure what the issue is. But yeah, we've barely had any carpets added in, and some of them have only been recolors, so I would like more carpets, I've got to say. But yeah, so this room that we're doing here is the music room, kind of entertainments room. We've got the grand piano, which I imagine them entertaining in here and inviting people over, and then they got to watch the pianist and have drinks. So this little side room here that we can see at the bottom of the screen is actually where we're going to put a bar. So again, it's just an entertainment room. I was gonna have like another sitting room here, and I thought, no, let's not do that. I think the amount of different rooms is okay, just having this music room and not having another sitting room. So really there's kind of one sitting room, but there is so many places to sit in this build. That's one of the things. I think someone asked before, how do I do these big builds? And that is lots of seating areas. You can see in the hallway here, you can see in the distance the hallway, I've made it bigger and have like a landing area where you have more seating. It's just seating. I do wish there was like I was thinking about putting like the Don't Wake the Llama table in here and having this like a games room as well, but in the end I just didn't feel like it really fitted with the vibe, so we just went with seating and this being a kind of entertainment area. But yeah, this is the darkest kind of wall color I've used in the whole entire build, and I really do like it because it kind of seems a bit more warm and cozy. And yeah, I think when it's an entertainment room, I would normally go with a darker color scheme because it does seem a little bit more cozy, and kind of it brings the walls in and makes even a big room feel still inviting. So yeah, I don't think I've ever used this dark green with the lighter, brighter red from the Georgian color palette, but I really like the way that it looked in this build. Well, this room, so we're stuck with it. Anyway, we're on to the top floor. Yeah, there are 3 levels in this build. The first 2 are on the tallest wall height, and then this one up here is on the medium wall height. And this is where the majority of bedrooms are. Each bedroom has an ensuite up here, so there's no like just a bathroom here, but there is a bathroom on every single level. So the downstairs has a bathroom in the entranceway. The next one has a bathroom, yeah, directly behind the bedroom. Very big bathroom on the first floor actually, and then here on the second floor, every single bedroom has an ensuite, and I really did want to make sure that I kept this as a kind of single bed room instead of having double beds everywhere. And yeah, I really liked the blue scheme again. Blues, greens, light woods and warm toned woods are very much all over this build. So this room was a bit more neutral. We've got the white walls. It's got an ensuite there at the top that you'll see for that door, and yeah, I've just wanted to keep this kind of unoffensive would be the word, but still cozy. Everything has a sitting area, and they kind of like, the people that would visit here have their own space, they can be contained, and yeah, I'm just happy with the way this came out. Again, I would just love more CC from this period, to be quite honest. The Georgian period is my favourite. My dream house, if I could have it, would be a Georgian... it's not a Georgian townhouse, but it would be a Georgian house like the double-fronted Georgian houses. So you have the door in the middle, and then you have like bay windows either side of it, so it's double fronted. That would be my dream home. Can I just say that that would cost me millions and millions and millions. Yeah, I took a picture once when I walked past a house, and it was literally my dream home, and I would love to recreate that. Also, I have a build on the channel that was Simon Cowell's house in, ooh, where is this area? I can't remember the area. I feel like it begins with a high. can't remember the area. I can't remember the area. Oh, and I know I've been to the park in there as well. It's not. No, I've forgotten the area. Anyway, Simon Cowell lives in a particular area. This area is known for huge, huge houses. Quite a few embassies are built into houses in this area as well. It's not Highgate. It's not Highgate. Oh my god. You know when you're just like, brain is not working whatsoever? I have no idea what this place is called. I'm trying to look for it. I've zoomed out of a map of London and I really can't think of it. It's not Fulham, it's not Balham, it's not Wimbledon, it's not Richmond, it's not Chiswick. Oh my god, where is it? Nope, I'm never gonna get it. To be quite honest, it's never gonna come to me. It's not Hampstead. I know it begins with a H, but yeah, no, I'm never gonna get it. I'm still looking. I'm like, please let me remember. But yeah, the Beckhams live there as well, this area, and it has these huge houses, and that's where I would love to live, to be quite honest. It's never gonna happen, but you know, it's good to have an aim in life. Anyway, yeah, now we're on to the master bedroom, and I had some troubles with the layout here, and then I kind of continued adding and trying, and when I stopped recording I just said, no, this looks like the cheapest room in the whole entire house, this is not going to do. So I do actually put the same paneling wallpaper that's in the bathroom and the walk-in closet, I put that on the walls in here and change a few other items to warm it up a little bit, and it's much improved just from doing that. So we're getting to the screenshots. Thank you so much for watching. Again, it's up on the gallery, the download link is in the description, and I will see you again very soon. Bye guys.